everybody, Robert Nichols here, Mr. Hezekiah Moore here helping me out as well. So obviously in the middle of everything that's going on, we're trying to support you guys at home, the kids that are at home. So we're going to try to put together some videos to release a couple times a week with different training ideas, parts of the curriculum, things that you can do at home as well. So this is a little bit of an introductory video so we can lay some of that stuff out for you. We'll do it by rank, we'll do it by groupings, we might make a video with all the fighting combos, the self-defense, but also as well as you see things on here, please comment, make requests. What do you need to see? What do you want to be able to practice at home? Since the kids are going to have a lot of time on their hands being at home, I thought it would be really neat to also throw this out here to you guys. This is on our website. If you have a printer at home, you can print it out. If not, you can make your own chart if need be. But this is actually something our black belt candidates do. This is called a 90-day fitness challenge. This is something they have to complete in order to test for their black belts. Now, as everybody's home, it's always a good thing to do to have a little bit of extra exercise, a little bit of extra movement, especially when the kids or the parents start going a little bit stir crazy. So if you can print this out or make it on your own, put it on the fridge, put it on the wall, and then you just put in the date as you complete the sections. We call it a 90-day fitness challenge because there are 5 different exercises on the challenge, and you're supposed to do each one every day for 90 days. Okay, so like for instance on here it says you're going to do 2,225 push-ups. That's sets of 25 every day for 90 days. Now, we, God willing, are not going to be doing this for 90 days, but it's a good habit to get into and do something to keep you busy. So the first thing that's on here is push-ups. So Mr. Moore was very excited to be able to demonstrate some different types of push-ups for you guys so you can get some different ideas on how you want to do them. For me, the biggest thing, regardless of age, is to make sure the push-up is being done properly. Which means as Mr. Moore goes down here to do a regular push-up, the idea is that if you notice his hands are lined straight up under his shoulders. A lot of people put their hands way out here in front of them and lean back. They end up looking like they're in this position. If I'm right next to Mr. Moore, you can see the difference, right? You don't want that. You want them in a straight line. And then focus on everything being in a straight line here, not dipping your hips up and down, and then you just go regular up and down for a standard push-up. Okay. I'll also give you a tip that if you are still having a really hard time with that at home and you need to build up to it, do it on your coffee table. As in, put your hands on the coffee table so you're at a bit of an incline. They're a little easier, and then work your way down from there. Mr. Moore, what else are you thinking for push-ups there, my friend?
Well, if you've been taking class recently, Mr. Martin has been pushing our Spider-Man push-up. So same principle. We're here, arms straight down. Now as I go down, all I'm going to do is bring my knee to my elbow on each side.
Good old Spider-Man push-ups are a fun one. In class all the time, we always do the robot push-ups as well. You guys should be familiar with that by now. My preference on a robot is to do them knuckles and forearms. So you go knuckle, forearm, forearm, knuckle, knuckle. If you've got good coordination, you can also alternate from which arm you start on. Of course, there's good old diamond push-ups. You could do double wide push-ups. You could do leaving one hand where it is and one hand down by your hip. So that way that works in different parts of the arms, all right? Another thing that's on the fitness challenge are sit-ups. Obviously, you can do a lot of different types of sit-ups. You could do a good old-fashioned feet flat, knees bent, sitting all the way up. You could do a crunch where you come up about halfway and hold. You can do legs alternating back and forth with elbows to knees. All right, that's always a fun one, so we could do those as well. You could do your feet together, your knees in, and your knees apart. So feet together, knees in, and there you go. And he's going to sit up and reach through the middle. Works a different part of the ab as well. You could do obliques. You could turn onto your side. So just turn toward the camera there, sir. Take your bottom hand, your left arm there, reach it across your ribs, or your left arm across your ribs, right hand behind your head, and now sit up. Yeah, so it's an oblique push-up. You could do things like that as well. Then on there we've got mountain climbers. Pretty standard when you're doing a mountain climber. I always like to, when I'm doing a mountain climber, it's not about jumping in the air, it's really about the feet switching each time. So we make sure he pumps those knees in every single time. It's a big part of it. Thank you, sir. We've got stretching. I don't think we need to talk to you about how you should be stretching. Nice middle stretch, sitting on the ground with the legs apart, taking time side to side. Even when you're watching TV, doing homework, you can sit in a stretch position. Jumping jacks. We know we've got the standard jumping jack, which I always make sure we encourage those hands have to be all the way above the head. The hard one that we like to do in the adult class is the 4-count jumping jack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good for coordination. Work on that one at home. You can do alternate legs forward and back on a jumping jack. You can do a squat jack, which is when you're crouched down on the ground a little bit, and then you do the jumping jack. Don't do that if you've got bad knees. And then, of course, there's my favorite, which is the ground jack. which also works like a push-up position, and hands and feet coming in and out at the same time. So it's all a coordination thing. All right, Mr. Moore, thank you very much. So, listen, something to do to keep you busy at home. Complete 2 or 3 sets a day if you can. We'll keep coming at you guys with more videos. All right, thank you and good luck.